hours ahead, Jack, what are you anticipating? What do you think will be some of the lasting moments that we will see as we look ahead to the final farewell?
So this evening, right now, as we speak, we have leaders from all around the world at Buckingham Palace, where there's a reception. They'll be meeting members of the royal family. We've already had the Bidens paying tribute, obviously, as your segment has shown. Also, that there are controversial figures in London at the moment. Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia, for example, will be interesting to see whether he turns up to tonight's reception.
But then
tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. we get the final members of the public who are going to see the Queen lying in state. And after that point, the next thing that happens will be a procession that's going to carry the Queen's coffin from Westminster Hall just down the road to Westminster Abbey. It's one of two processions. One of the things that I think is going to set everybody's hair standing up tomorrow is going to be the audio, the sound of these processions. We're going to have minute guns firing. At the second one, we're going to have Big Ben tolling. You're going to have bells and guns at the same time, and a drum beat that's going to be incredibly moving. And the somber sight of these members of the royal family who are going to be grieving in the full glare of the public eye for hours at a time. I think it's going to be very difficult for them to keep it together.
Any surprise so far in terms of the response of the British people and/or reaction from around the world?
I don't think I'd say surprised. There have been some protests in Britain. There was initially quite a heavy-handed response from the police, with some people arrested and charged. That all seems to have died down a little bit now. The most recent one was in Wales, where nobody, as I understand, was arrested. There have been people around the world who are not perhaps on the same page as where a lot of Britain is in terms of this being a moment of mourning and respect and reverence. I think that's not necessarily a complete surprise. Obviously, the monarchy means something relatively different depending on which country you live in. But I think the overwhelming emotion and mourning that we're seeing in Britain is something that has taken everybody's breath away. Obviously, the size of the queue for people wanting to see the Queen lying in state is particularly moving.
Do you think, as King Charles III has been watching this farewell to his mother, that perhaps there's a little anxiety about replacing a monarchy legend?
He must be feeling so many different emotions at the same time.
See you tomorrow. God bless.
I think that is definitely one of them. He
Subscribe,
will be
please.
by the fact that the polls have shown a 30-point swing in his favour. But also he's got to grapple with a number of countries in the Caribbean that currently count him as their head of state, holding independence referendums to see whether to remove the British